Speaking of sexism, it seems that this kind of thinking actually goes all the way back to the Smurfs' beginnings. Some actually believe that Smurfs creator Peyo may have been somewhat sexist himself, and if you look at his interpretation of Smurfette, there may actually be some truth to this.
What's that?
I mean, if you look at Smurfette's origin story, which Peyo originally wrote for the comics, and then was adapted for the 80s cartoon, she actually started as Gargamel's evil creation that was intended to distract and create havoc amongst all of the male Smurfs.
Smurfette will be their downfall. Who are you?
I'm a Smurf. Who are you?
I'm a Smurfette.
A Smurfette?
At first, Gargamel's scheme is going as planned until Papa Smurf turns her into a real Smurf, and she does turn into the Smurfette that we know.
Hello, boy.
But she is full of a lot of stereotypes. The blonde hair, the high heels.
Oh, I can't wait to wear my Smurfy new dress today.
But still, all of this is pretty innocent compared to this next example. Various sources allege that when NBC was in the process of adapting the comic into a cartoon, they spoke at length with Peyo about his creations. Now, because Peyo didn't speak any English and they didn't really speak any French, there was an interpreter involved in their conversations. And when Peyo was asked to describe Smurfette as a character, allegedly this interpreter claims that what he said was, she seduces, she uses trickery rather than force to get results. She is incapable of telling a joke without blowing the punchline. She's a blabbermouth but only makes superficial comments, and she's constantly creating enormous problems for the Smurfs but always manages to blame it on someone else. Fortunately, if this is true, the executives went in a very different direction. I mean, how could they not? But again, if this is true, I mean, it's a pretty shocking and offensive way for him to imagine really the only female character he created for the Smurfs, which is a whole other issue. Even though there were a few other female characters, including Sassette, who actually didn't show up until season 5, for the most part, Smurfette really was the only girl on the show. In fact, writer Katha Pollitt coined the term the Smurfette principle in 1991 in the New York Times, which essentially is a term used to describe stories involving groups of all men with just one token female in the group. And the story is generally male-dominated, and the woman is often portrayed with stereotypes. Sadly, this is a pretty narrow-minded and lazy narrative tradition that still is carried on today.